Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Clearly, today is another Blue Mondays video. I'm very excited for this one. I got my niece Rachie earrings in, little blueberries she made me. And I've chosen a couple palettes, both brand spanking new. I decided to use my Beauty Bay Smoky palette, the 42 pan, because Shazdo here in the comment section got this, and I got the 16 pan because I wanted to copy Kitty her, you know, because she's amazing. And then she mentioned that Beauty Bay is having a sale, so I bought all of the 42 pan palettes that they have available. So I'm going to use Smoky today, and I'm going to combine it with the NBA Cosmetics mini color cube in the Color Story candy. This could be kind of fun. Take a dark smoky palette and pair it with something like candy. I don't know, I thought that'd be fun. Probably maybe at the end, if I remember and it's not too long and boring, maybe I'll swatch this for you so we can see what it's like. But I'm thinking the blue, right? Like Blue Monday, blue eyeshadow. Do you see where I'm going, right? Oh, okay, I'm a goofball. I haven't filmed in several days because it was the weekend and babies. So, okay, I should probably just stop yammering and get into playing with the eyeshadows. I'm going to use my Refer 13 and go into the shade Nightmare. That's fun. Okay, that is a very dark blue, almost black, but I think we can make this work. I don't really know what I'm doing other than, you know, attempting to do an eye look with blue eyeshadow. That's pretty much as I've worked out at this point. It's been a weird morning. I feel like if it could go wrong, it did, which, you know, is just an exercise in frustration. But I think maybe I've gotten it together and can, you know, function from this point. Just gonna get a little bit more to make sure this lid in actual crease is as dark as I can get it. I'm gonna swoosh around the edge a little bit just to get a tiny bit of a blend going before we go on to the next shade, which I'm thinking is going to be Thunder. These are definitely gray leaning shades. It's a smoky palette, so unsurprising. But I think if I'm careful and choose carefully and wisely, I can get them to come across as blue. I don't know, we'll see. But the only criteria for a Blue Monday look is that there be some blue eyeshadow in the mix. And that dark one is definitely a dark blue. So we've already met the criteria. Plus we have the shimmer shades. So I'm not worried about cheating. Okay, what if I use a little bit of Suede, which is like a purpley gray? Could be cute. Maybe. I'm gonna clean that brush off just a little bit on my handy dandy towel. I'm gonna go into the shade Clouds, which is very light gray. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. the cool thing about a palette this size is that it can be you can mix and match and boop into different colors and different depths to make new shades. So I just used a bit of the darkest blue that I went in with first and clouds together on my brush, and just kind of using that to blend. And that's perfect. That's working perfectly. I love that. Okay. Sometimes I forget that you can do that, which is ridiculous. I mean, sheesh. But, you know, kind of like Bob Ross, take a little of this, a little of that, and make a happy accident. That's fantastic. I mean, not like, oh, I'm so amazing, but like, that looks pretty darn good. Okay. I mean, rather anticlimactic, but I'm thinking I could use one of the darker shimmery blues in this and then go into the NBA. I mean, I certainly don't need the NBA palette because this palette has lots. This is the shade River. That is super dark. Wow. Okay, maybe we'll go in with Glass. And that looks silver. So then we'll go back into River and mix them together. That is very sparkly. I don't know what you can see on camera, but from here to the mirror, that's really sparkly. I haven't used many eyeshadows from Beauty Bay, so I need to really dig into these and do more. There's some beautiful brown shades in this. Okay, now I'm going to go into the Candy palette and this shade all the way to my right. I haven't used any of these yet. That's very pretty, very bright. So this is Blue Monday 45. My friend Nisha, who also has a YouTube channel, obviously we've collabed together before, and I'll link her channel below. She suggested when I reach 50 Blue Mondays that I switch it up and choose another color. And I think I'm going to. I know we talked about doing that at the end of last year, at the beginning of this year, and I wasn't really sure how to do it that didn't feel weird. And when she said that, I was like, oh, well, that makes perfect sense. Definitely let's do that. So I'm very excited about that. I think it's going to be fun, obviously, but also, you know, a little bit interesting and mix it up a bit. So maybe, assuming that I just wet my brush. Oh yeah. Assuming that I can pull off another color in 50 looks, maybe every 50 we'll switch it up to a new color. If you have a specific color that you would like to see me attempt 50 different looks with, leave it in the comment section, and I guess we can figure out what color gets the most picks or whatever. I mentioned it before, and really nobody said much of anything, so I figured, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Just gonna grab a different brush and boop back into that first metallic shade called River. And just kind of go along the edge, and I'll go back in with the other one. Yeah, so I mean, if you don't have an opinion, that's totally cool. You don't have to, but if you do, let me know. And we will figure out what color to do next. I have an idea, but we'll have to see how it goes. That's really pretty. I think that came together very nicely. And I mean, it seems like I used a lot of shades. Most of them were unnecessary. I think I could have used Nightmare and Clouds and got in all of the crease, transition, and outer corner, no problem. And then, you know, the shimmers. All right, let me go whack on the other eye and my face. Then I'll come back, show you the finished look, and maybe we'll swatch the shimmers from the Beauty Bay palette and the shimmers from the mini color cube from MBA. Could be funny. I'm back, and obviously everything is done. Let me scoot in for an up close at the eyes. I went in with the shade Fairy on my inner corner for my swoop and, you know, the huge. I really like this. I think it's definitely a very cool Blue Monday look. And I don't know if blue eyeshadow is considered wearable for you, but this feels very like toned down, but still really nice. Got that fun blue. It's just a blue, like really pretty from MBA. And I think it just looks nice. I really like this a lot. I liked it so much, I decided to go with my MAC blush, which is like a no color kind of blush. I mean, obviously there's a color. It's called Melba, but it adds a bit of a flush without adding a bunch of color, which we all know. I'm a huge fan of clown cheeks, but I don't know. I really like the whole thing together. Maybe I've gone around the bend, but let me know what you think. And while I was off camera, I decided that perhaps I will swatch all of the MBA little 9-pan palettes that I got and definitely did not count correctly. Thank you, Shaz, for helping me figure that one out. But I thought we could swatch the shimmer shades in the Beauty Bay palette. There's 3, 7, really 14, 17 shades. So that could be a fun little time waster, but like not really a waste, you know? And unless anyone objects, I think I'm going to do like a brown neutral wearable look with this palette really soon because these look so pretty. Makes me wonder if in fact I did need the nudes and the neutrals and oh well. It's not like I'm not going to use them because I totally will. All right, let me get these swatched out on my hand. See if I can get this to not be a complete disaster. All right, I have all of the shimmers swatched out on my hand. So, all closest to my thumb from top to bottom, we have Frost, Magic, Wings, Palace, River, which is on my eye, Glass, which is also on my eye, and then Mask. And then the second column, we have Starfall, Seltzer, Dreams, Fairy, which is on my inner corner, Nightclub, Wish, and Sword. And then on the side of my hand, weirdly placed is void. Rock
Okay,
pool.
I found this on the web for which is on my inner corner nightclub wish and sword,
What?
and then on the side of my hand weirdly places void. Check it out.
Wow. Yeah, rock pool and then cauldron. Those are so pretty. And I mean, some are just like super metallic and some are super sparkly. What a lovely and interesting formula. I'm really excited to play with these more. Holy moly. My hair may not make it through the day, but anyway, that's it. That is a surprise swatch video and Blue Monday done and dusted. Hopefully you liked this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.